The janitor found a list in the trash. My name was on it, so were 11 others. Mr. Okonkwo knocked on my homeroom door at 7:47 in the morning, still wearing his blue maintenance uniform with the frayed collar he'd been meaning to replace since September. His hands were shaking when he handed the paper to Mrs. Albright, and I watched his eyes scan the room until they landed on me in the third row by the window. Something in his face made my stomach drop before I even knew why. Mrs. Albright unfolded the paper, read it silently, and the color drained from her cheeks so fast I thought she might pass out. She looked up at me, then back at the paper, then walked out into the hallway without saying a word to anyone. The whole class went silent, that heavy kind of quiet where you can hear the fluorescent lights buzzing overhead. I sat there with my pen still in my hand from copying the homework assignment, watching through the narrow window in the door as Mrs. Albright made a phone call, her free hand pressed against her mouth. 3 minutes later, Principal Vasquez came around the corner at a jog, which I'd never seen him do in 4 years at this school. He read the paper, said something sharp to Mrs. Albright, and then both of them looked through the window directly at me. That's when I knew whatever was on that paper had my name on it. They pulled me out of class without explaining anything, just told me to bring my backpack and follow them to the main office. The walk down the hallway felt endless, my sneakers squeaking against the tile while my mind raced through everything I'd done in the past week, trying to figure out what kind of trouble I was in. I hadn't done anything wrong that I could remember. My grades were decent. I hadn't been in any fights. I'd stopped skipping fourth period after my mom threatened to take my car keys. Principal Vasquez led me into the conference room instead of his office, the one they used for serious meetings with lawyers and parents and people from the district. The janitor was already there, sitting in a chair against the wall and looking at his hands. So was Officer Garland, the school resource officer who usually spent his days breaking up vaping circles in the bathroom and flirting with the lunch ladies. He wasn't smiling now. He was standing with his arms crossed, his hand resting near his radio like he expected to need it. Principal Vasquez closed the door behind us, and the click of the latch sounded way too loud. He told me to sit down, and I did, dropping into the chair across from his desk, while my heart hammered against my ribs. Then he slid that piece of paper across the table toward me and said, "Can you explain this?" I picked it up, and my whole world tilted sideways. It was a list. 12 names written in blue ink on a torn piece of notebook paper, numbered 1 through 12. My name was 6th, Darren Whitfield. I recognized every single name on that list. We were all seniors. We were all on the varsity basketball team together, or had been until Coach Reeves cut half the squad at tryouts last month. I read through the names twice, trying to make sense of what I was seeing. Jalen Torres, Kwame Asante, Miles Pemberton, Nico Delacruz, Isaiah Fontaine, Darren Whitfield, Terrence Mack, Dion Rivers, Andre Baptiste, Omar Khalil, Benjin Nguyen, Tobias Sterling. 12 of us, all written out in someone's handwriting I didn't recognize. Next to each name was a single word or short phrase. Next to Jalen's name, traitor. Next to Kwame's, fake friend. Next to mine, deserves it. At the bottom of the page, below the last name, someone had written in all capital letters, "They all have to pay. Friday." I looked up at Principal Vasquez and the words came out before I could stop them. I asked him what this was, what it meant, where it came from. My voice cracked on the last question. Full story on my channel and linked below.